Hello, friends. This is Becky with Becky Budgets. I just wanted to go ahead and come on here to go ahead and do our quarter one closeout, which is a quarter update. And it's also the end of year one of our budgeting. I don't know if you guys have been looking forward to it, but I am very looking forward to it. And I'm going to go ahead and go over what we've done since quarter four of 2022, and then also doing a comparison with what we've done since we started budgeting. So stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and get started. So on this one, I'm going to try to be as detailed as possible. So I'm going to put quarter one because it is quarter one of 2023 and officially year one. So this is a big one. Going down to what our debts are, our number one debt right now is our medical debt, which is on the city credit card. And I'm just going to put medical on there. The starting balance of that, or the current balance of that, is $6,850.66. It has a 0% interest rate because it was a balance transfer. And the current minimum on that is $69. They just assigned that, so I can go ahead and place that. Our debt number two is the Chase slate. That currently has a balance of $3,359.70 with an interest rate of 14.4%. Nope, it isn't 14.4. I don't know where that came from. Let's fix that. Is 14.99%. And the minimum on that is $86. Debt number three is the Chase Freedom. That currently has a debt of $4,690.44 with an interest rate of 14.99% and a minimum of $121. Debt number four is the Chase Southwest. That has a balance of $5,967.73 with an interest rate of 15.24% and a minimum of $162. My friends, that is it for our credit card debt. That amazes me because, as you know, when we started out, I think it was with like 10 credit cards. So we have come a long way. Skipping a line and going down to our personal loans, our Upstart loan number one currently has a balance of $5,265.30. That has an interest rate of 14.4% And we pay a minimum on that of $940.76. The sixth debt that we have is our second personal loan, which is the Upstart number 2. That currently has a balance of $29,930.33. And the interest rate on that is 7.74%. And we pay $711.04 on that loan every month. And then our number 7 debt is my husband's student loan, which is through Advantage. Now, I'm not sure if you all saw our monthly budget, but we did get some unexpected news on, I believe it was Thursday, and we got a letter from the Department of Education letting us know that my husband's student loan will be forgiven, and that we should see that updated within the next 60 days. I wasn't expecting that because we were on that income-driven repayment plan, but it's still on our credit, so it's still going on this. I'm hoping that by Q2, everything will be settled. They stated that within 60 days, the debt will be forgiven, and 60 days after that, we should expect a refund for the last 10 years that we've been paying on this loan. As the skeptic that I am, I will believe it when I see it. So those are things to look forward to. Currently, our Advantage is sitting at $71,140.38. And because each loan had a different interest rate on it, I always put not applicable. And the minimum that we pay on that is $180.84. Now, let's go ahead and add these together. In this bottom area right here, I'm going to do the total that we had for pay down. And I'm sorry, I have my pups crying. I gave them their morning treat not too long ago, so I can't give them another treat so soon. They're going to get some tummy aches. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a total plus the student loan, which is what is reflected on our, what's it called? That's what's reflected on our credit reports. Now let's go ahead and add these values together. I'm just going to move this over so you can see the calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and add all the values up until the student loan. Plus 5265.30, 29930.33. And that, my friends, gets us a total of $56,064 with 16 cents. With the student loan, that gets us a total of $127,204 with 54 cents. Calculating our current minimums, we've got 69 for the City, 86 for the Chase, 121 for the Freedom, 162 for the Southwest, 940.76 for the first Upstart loan, 711.04 for the second Upstart loan, and then 180.84 for the student loan. So we're currently paying $2,270.64. Well, friends, this is where we are sitting at quarter one of 2023, or at 1 year since we started budgeting. I'm going to go ahead and pull out our quarter four budget. So there have been changes on here, and we can go ahead and disregard this bottom, because at that point I thought we were going to get a reimbursement from our Discover, but we are doing another round of IVF, which means that we are going to end up having to pay that total, and that's what's sitting on our city. Since last pay, I'll use this purple pen, which I've got on my desk. That city is the Discover. We did pay both Barclay cards, so we can mark those as paid off. The Chase Slate has come down, and we'll see how much it's come down. Minus 3,359.70. Oh, that didn't look right. So it's 3,463.73 minus 3,359.70, which means we've paid off about $104.03 in the last 3 months. I like to look at that, especially because that means the majority of everything's going into debt. So 3 months ago, we were at $4,639 for our Chase Freedom, minus what we owe now, which means that we've paid, that balance has actually gone up. And if you remember, in February, our Best Buy Total Tech went onto this credit card, and it was for $200. So I was expecting it, but for some reason it caught me by surprise. And so we're kind of playing catch up with that Chase Freedom right now. Going down to the Southwest, we had a balance of $6156.25 back in December or January 1, minus $5967.73, which is what we owe now. That means we've paid that balance off by $188.52. Our Upstart loan is set, our number one is set to be paid off by October of this year. So that one has been steadily going down by $940.76 every month. And then our Upstart number two just hit 1 year. So we are looking at another 4 years with a minimum of $711.04. But the plan is to go ahead and pay off these credit cards and then put that large lump sum towards that loan at the very end. As far as our minimums go, we were paying $2,322.64 in December, and now we're currently paying $2,270.64, which means that we're paying $52 less in minimum payments. As far as our debt goes, from the $69,000 that we wanted to pay off, as of December, we were at $59,259.93, and we are currently at $56,064.16, which means that in this quarter, we paid off, and I'm going to annotate that right on here. This quarter, we paid off $3,195.77 from that total. Taking a look at the total with the student loan, we were at $130,942 with 83 cents back at the end of December. Now we're at $127,204.54, which means that we have paid off $3,738.29 from that large lump sum. Now, comparing this overall debt to our first debt confession, the only thing I did differently was that I put in the bills instead of putting credit card 1, 2, 3, and so on. And if you remember, I used this as the draft when I got that second consolidation loan. So currently, we have paid off the Best Buy. We've paid off the Dell. We've paid off the Capital One. We still have the Slate. We still have the Freedom. We still have the Southwest. And then Citibank was not a credit card that was on here before, but it's currently being set to get paid off. We started, and I'm going to put these values here at the bottom so that I know what they're for. I'll go ahead and put year one right there. Looking at what we started with at the beginning of the this journey, we started off with $1,309,862.39 minus where we're currently sitting, which is $127,204.54. That means that we have paid off of the total plus the student loan $12,657 with 89 cents. One thing that may be a little confusing to you all is that I didn't start using the value for the total without the student loan until after I took out that consolidation loan. So the most that we have, and I'm just going to put total here, minus student loan. When we started after getting the consolidation loan, the debt that we were paying off was $68,907 with 10 cents. And I rounded that up to $69,000, which is why I mentioned that. When we look at what we're currently owing, so I can move this guy out of the way right now. We are currently owing $56,064.16, which means that off of that debt, and when we took out that second consolidation loan, it actually went up a little bit before it started coming down. In the last year, we have paid $12,842.94. That is amazing. To be honest with you, I thought that we were reaching a little too far with wanting to pay all of this off within the next 5 years to get into a home. But just seeing that within the last 12 months, we were able to pay off $12,842 from there is absolutely amazing. Taking a look at our trackers so that we're all on the same page. This was our very first tracker, which was for the Best Buy, and this was paid off on April 21st of 2022. So this debt has since been closed. On February 24th of 2023, we were able to pay off my husband's Dell. So this debt has been paid off. That's two that we were able to pay off. On February 24th of 2023, we were also able to pay off the Capital One, which was sitting on my Barclay card. So that has also been a debt that we have been able to close. Within the last 12 months, we have paid 12 months into that $940 loan, which is the higher, or it was loan number 1 for Upstart. And we've also paid 12 months into that smaller loan, which is the second consolidation loan we took out, and that's at $711 with 4 cents. So we are making our way through those loans. The current debt tracker that we are working on is that medical, which is currently sitting on the Citi Diamond card. That ended up, after the transfer fee, being $6,967 with 66 cents. We were able to pay off about 1.6% of that debt in the month of March. So this is the one that we have been focusing on as of now. This debt tracker is off of the debtfreecharts.com as one of the free downloads. Now, in order to take a look at the biggest graph that will show what we've done within the last 12 months, I'm going to go ahead and bring back my Budget Mom workbook from 2022. And we're going to compare it to the yearly balance overview that I use in my current notebook. As of now, we had that little hiccup where we went up about $400 last month because we added the medical debt to this. Luckily, we were able to bring that considerably down in the month of March. I don't know if it's going to pick these two graphs up together, but here's where we started, friends. So March, which was the month that I used to kind of set up and get ready for the budget, we were at $66,599.85. April, which is when we started, was at $68,907 with 10 cents. Since then, we had a hiccup back in September, but then we started coming down again. And these two values are the same. So what I did was I put December's value right at the very beginning here. And luckily, we've been continuing to go down. The way that I look at this graph is that the most possible that we owed is at the very top of this graph. Not even at the very top. It's actually, I brought it all the way up to this line. So since then, we have paid off about 3 3/4 boxes is what we've come down, which is awesome. One other thing to go ahead and notice within this first year is our, what's that called? Our net worth. So our net worth, I was tracking last year, and then, I tracked it all of last year, and I continued tracking it. The only thing that's different is that retirement balance, so I don't have anything to compare that to. But if you notice, back when we started, our net worth was, at the highest point, it was negative $11,590.47. To me, it is absolutely amazing to see that we are currently $9,057.41 in the positive. So that is a growth in our net worth within the last 12 months of $20,647.88. And that's amazing to me. Well, friends, I will not forget to do that this month, but I always wait until we do our quarter update to take a look at how many $1 bills and $5 bills we were able to save within this quarter. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to grab a little sticky so I know how much I have for the $5 and then how much I have for the dollars. So these in $5 bills we were able to save, and these come out of our variable expense or our variable envelopes, and that's how they get collected. So our $5 savings currently has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So we were able to save $100 in $5 notes. And then in singles, this pack is thicker. In singles, we were able to save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. So $49 in our singles. That means that we saved a total of that's actually easy math. So we saved a total of $149 from our variable expenses this last month. Now, what I've decided to go ahead and apply this to is actually the medical debt. So as I had shared earlier, it wasn't earlier in the month, but it was probably mid-March, I ended up having to go to the emergency room for a partial bowel obstruction. Our copay for that emergency room visit was $250. So I want to go ahead and use these $149 to offset the $250 that's coming out of our savings to pay for that. Well, friends, we are all set with our update for year 1 of budgeting. For those of you who may be skeptics, budgeting works. We were at a point when we started that we were spending more money than we were making, and we had no savings. We had absolutely, we were absolutely in more debt, and debt was increasing instead of going down. What I've learned within the last year is that it's important to plan ahead. By taking a look at the month as a whole and splitting up our paychecks the way that I do, I ensure that we don't run late on paying any bills, and also that we don't overspend. One thing that we stepped away from was using credit cards to pay for our groceries. That was one of the areas where we were struggling because we were overspending. By going to a cash system, I've been able to make sure that I don't spend more than I have in cash in my wallet, and therefore I don't overspend on a credit card. Same goes for our gas and also for all of our variable expenses. Well, friends, let me know how much you guys have paid down within the last year or your first year budgeting. I'm curious to see how well you guys did. I am beyond proud of my husband and I for being able to turn our spending habits around and actually being able to see how much the hard work and dedication to a budget has paid off for us. Well, friends, I will post another one of these videos when we end the month of, I guess it would be April, May, and June. So at the end of June would be the end of quarter number 2. I hope each and every one of you is having an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.